see what's going on in the forest. Open up your eyes, my darling. Let's go and feel the natural breeze. Open out your guide. It's just one for me. Open up your guide. The perfect mate for the natural walk.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, I think now you know what the project is about, and I don't even know what to say about. I'm Konstantin, and I present the OpenAudioGuide project. And the problem I have that I like traveling, and when I travel, I like to learn about things. And you might know that one good way of learning about things is listening to someone telling you about it. But sometimes you may be cheap and you don't want to hire a guide. Sometimes there's just maybe no way to do it, and sometimes there might be an audio guide available, but you might not trust it in terms of like, this is like too official, there's like not good. And basically, the main target I'm talking about is audio guides for city traveling, because the previous projects we've heard about were targeted on museums, and you might not know it, but it is way more fun to actually use an audio guide when you travel around the city. And the problem here is that there's actually no such thing. Well, they are, but they're really hard to find, and especially if you need an audio guide in a different language, because you might have relatives which don't speak that language, which audio guides are sold in, it's really hard. So we thought that we might solve this problem using a crowdsourcing solution. Basically, we made up a platform where people can contribute small stories about various places in the cities that they might know about, they might have something to speak about, they might have something to tell. And after they contribute those stories, I'm not sure what's happening. What you see here is one use case where you basically have an audio file, but you just select any file, it doesn't matter so far. You can then upload it and geo-tag it to a specific place. And you give it title and stuff and so on. So say, for example, you have something to say about a particular house in Tallinn. You know the story about it. It's like story marks, but it's really about listening to it. So you select a place, you put a point, and then you just upload it. Go. Once you have uploaded a story, there's another thing you can actually do here. This probably takes too much time to show it, but anyway, you can then make another kind of objects, which is an audio guide, which is a collection of short stories. Maybe made by other people, maybe made by you. You don't even know. You collect them, you select what you want, and then you create a tour. And once you have a tour, they may be made many tours by different people. Some of them may be serious, some of them may be not serious, some of them may be with songs and I don't know, whatever you figure out. You can search those tours, you can select the ones you like, and what you will get from this site is that you will be able to download a set of files to put into your MP3 player and print out a page with a map where you can just walk around. And I'll talk about the business model when you start asking questions.
Thank you.
Why didn't you merge with Storymarks?
As you might see, actually the target is different slightly, and we would gladly merge with Story Maps if there will be some collaboration, because we can take content from them and put it here and then make it in an audio guide. And there are several other projects which we would gladly merge with in some other way. What we thought is that we need to solve a specific problem. There is no solution that I know of that would help you solve it, and it should be simple enough for people to actually use. And can I continue a bit? So yeah, one important aspect of this thing is actually to build a community of people that will contribute, because that's about crowdsourcing. And in order to build a community, you have to have a well-defined kind of a scope.
Okay. Do we have more questions from audience or jury? Should we just write it down?
Any ideas from where you will find your first early adopters? Where do they hang out?
Very good questions. Basically, we have probably have had some deal with Euronics that will provide us some real MP3 audio guides. And I think one of the first things we'll do when we polish up something on the website is that we will offer a prize, actually several prizes, to the first people who will manage to create quality audio guides. Well, there will be ratings and stuff, so if you upload something good and other people rate you as good, you get an MP3 player.
Now I became a bit confused. Maybe I missed something. So are you planning to implement it only on kind of MP3 audio guides, or are you planning to have it as a mobile app?
This is MP3 audio guides because when you go to a city, you don't need this fancy stuff. You basically need anything that can play MP3s and the map with points. Trust me, you might have not tried it, but it's what you need and it's enough.
But do you plan a mobile app or not?
This service is about creating audio guides and then downloading them. You can download them in a mobile phone if you wish. There are potential, I would call them separate projects which you can actually spin off from this idea, but let me speak about the scope of this part. This part is about community crowdsourcing of it and building a huge community of people who contribute and solving problems.
Okay. No more question? Yeah, okay, last question. And then
what's the incentive for users to submit the information?
This question is similar to what is the incentive for users to edit Wikipedia, and I have edited Wikipedia myself. I know the answer. There are several ways. Sometimes you might have friends coming over to your town, and you might want just to give them something to walk around the city, and this is one need that I might have had. Another thing, you might actually want to make a game around the city, and you will just have to upload something and then put it up as an audio guide. Sometimes you can be just passionate about the stuff, and there'll be a platform for you to tell something. So I think there is an incentive. For the beginning, there will be an MP3 player-based incentive. Yeah, and to continue, actually, as with most sites, the incentive is that if you contribute, you'll get much more out of it.
okay, thank you. May I see your team, please? Please stand up.
The team is right here.
Yeah. Okay, great job.